welcome to another episode of Green Tea. I'm T. Today we're going to do things a little differently. For one, I moved spaces. For two, I finally got my ring light. My husband consented to that purchase. So I'm in a new space now. Hopefully that's helpful. I'm going to do an inspo look today. So I posted in some I posted in some groups and asked them what kind of look I should do today. And I was told that I should do a cut crease with In a Trance by ColourPop. So I couldn't find any inspiration looks, so I'm just gonna kind of make it up myself. This is In a Trance. It is so fucking beautiful. I love it. So lots and lots of beautiful pinks and blues and purples. And I'm not gonna lie, in my everyday life, I use this guy, and sometimes this guy. I'm not bold enough to use this blue. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get bold today. We are gonna do a cut crease with the blue, purple, pink on kind of the crease. And then we're gonna go with the cut, which hopefully turns out okay. It's gonna be kind of white and shimmery. So that's where we're going for today. So cross your fingers for me that I can do this. And I've been working a lot this week. I've worked like 60 hours this week. I worked 36 hours in a row with no break. So last night I did get 13 hours of sleep, but I did have a bit of a migraine today. And I've got these like flushed cheeks that look like I'm drunk. So sorry about that. But this is what you get because T's working 2 jobs right now. So first off, we're gonna start by priming. Some people use a brush. I'm too lazy for that shit. I do not use a brush. And then what I like to do, I'm gonna use Smoke Show for this, just because it's got this really beautiful bright white. And I just like to put some white to really make all the colors pop, especially those pastels. So once we got that shit done, so I think what I'm gonna do, to make it more bold, I'm gonna go pink on the inside, then purple, then blue. So we're gonna do that. Use my fancy mirror. Okay, this is gonna be more challenging. And I implore you guys, if you guys are following my journey, you're subscribing, please make some suggestions. Too, as to looks I should do. I just ordered a big ol' haul from ColourPop for my birthday, so I'm gonna have way more products and colors and shit. So yeah, let me know what you think I should do, because I'm super duper open to suggestions. I don't just want to do the same look every week. And I think if I've got some inspo to go with, I think it will make it more interesting anyhow for me to try to replicate. So I did a poor job on that, but I think what I should have done really is done the purple after to kind of blend them. But anyway, here we go. I'm gonna do okay. So I am not the master of the cut crease, like, at all, but we're gonna try it today and see how it goes. So I did buy this elf shit to do cut creases with, and I'm gonna use this concealer brush. It is by Quo, and it's a nice big fucker, so we're gonna use that. So I'm gonna do the magic trick here, which is put that on. Woo! That's a big ass. I got some big lids, man. I got some big ass hooded lids. And oh boy. Well, okay. That is a thing that happened. Why do I feel like my pre-skills are always really shit? I promise, like, I do my makeup every day to go out in public and work my like somewhat professional job. I don't know why I can't do it for you guys. It's really kind of sad. I'm just trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna get that off. Look at that. That's terrible. Well, better-ish. It's like better. She not perfect, for sure. Okay, well that's kind of better-ish, I guess. And I'm gonna take, by the way, don't mind that I'm totally in my pajamas today, because after sleeping for 18 hours post night shift, there was 0% chance that I was going to get dressed today. So I'm doing my makeup just because I love you bitches, but there was no way that I was getting dressed. Okay. I'm gonna take the blue. I really love this blue. I don't think I could wear it seriously without feeling very manic, but it's really pretty. So here's where we're at. And then we are gonna take this beautiful little fucker. Where's she at? All Aura again. And this is one of the things that I love about ColourPop. Even though I'm really not happy with their launch this week. They launched the Hocus Pocus palette and it was a shit show. But I will say about them that I love their Super Shocks. They are to die for. I love them. They're beautiful. So here we are. That's what we're looking at. And it's okay-ish. Now I'm trying to decide whether to do a black liner or not. I feel very strongly that black liner belongs in like every fucking look ever. But I don't know if it belongs here. Fuck it, let's do it. Why not? Okay. Take my ColourPop liner. I love it. I just ordered the navy blue one, so I'm pretty excited about that. And oh shit, I'm not good at this with one hand. I'm gonna use, oh. Ooh, I'm not good with one hand, wow. I'm very used to using the bathroom. Oh shit. Oh no. Well. It's so bad. Oh no. Look at it. It looks like a drunk person did it, and I'm sober right now. Fuck, you guys. It's so bad. Oh. So normally I do my eyeliner in the bathroom, and I look in the bathroom mirror. That would have been a good idea for this. Fuck. Oh my god. So terrible. You guys, this is my sober one. It looks so bad. Fuck. Okay, I can fix it. Fix it, Felix. Ooh, ooh. Okay. We're gonna come in with this little fucker. It's the e.l.f. It's all dirty and shit, whatever. But it's an e.l.f. product that's made to erase mistakes, and like, holy fuck, do we have one of those here, right? So we're gonna do this. We're gonna erase that, okay? And then we're gonna take some micellar water and we're gonna just like clean this shit up a bit. And it still looks really bad, but it's kind of better. Oh my god. T, what the fuck are you doing? Wow. Okay. I'm gonna like kind of here. Erase that. And itty bitty liner brush. and just fix it, kind of ish. Oh fuck, this is so bad, you guys. Okay, well, that's better. It's not good, but it's better. Okay, cool. So I'm not even gonna prime my face today because no fucks are given. And right now I'm in between colors. So what I'm using is I'm using ColourPop Pretty Fresh the tinted moisturizer, and I'm also using their foundation. And I've just been doing like half and half. Oh fuck, I just prepared enough for my whole face, but I'm not doing my whole face. So yeah, just because I find I get a better color match. I did order some more of the tinted moisturizer in my right color. I have gone through the last almost 10 years, I guess, of having really bad adult acne. And just in the last 6 months, my face is finally clear. I've been on spironolactone, which is technically for PCOS, which I'm not convinced I have because I didn't have any problems getting knocked up with my babies. But at any rate, this is what my skin looks like now. And I'm super happy with it because it was a big old pile of acne before. So if this is what it looks like, I'm so cool with that. Super good. Okay, so we got our eye, we got our face kinda. I'm gonna do a little bit of concealer just because I have these tired fucking, I have not slept and had a migraine lines that we have. So just so you guys know, the other thing that I'm going to try and do with this channel is I'm going to try and have a specific thing that I chat about once I am inebriated. And so this week's topic comes to you, care of my husband, who thinks that we should talk about Star Wars. And I will tell you, I've always liked Star Wars, but I always really liked them. Didn't really like episode 1 because Jar Jar Binks is fucking terrible. Like, let's be honest, he's a caricature of a thing. But anyway, then one time me and my husband got high and watched Star Wars, and I have to tell you, it fucking ruined it for me. Like, it was just, it's bad. It's really bad. So I started realizing these things about Star Wars that I never realized before. And now I don't love it as much as I did. It's really disappointing. So I kind of went with like a reverse color on the bottom just to add some zhuzh. And I was thinking of adding lashes, but to be honest, I'm too lazy. I have to work in the morning and I don't wanna, so I'm not gonna. That liner is a travesty, but I kind of really like this look though, besides the shit liner. Okay, we are gonna throw some brows. Once again, using my ColourPop brow gel, which they don't make anymore, and it makes me sad because I'm running out, so. And I'm using my ColourPop, it is called, what's it called? Sugar Coated, which I'm doing keto right now, so fuck, I wish everything was sugar coated, but I will say it's really hard to get stoned when you're keto because all there is to eat is like cheese and pork rinds. And I do love me some cheese and pork rinds, but I would really love to just dive into some Sour Patch Kids. Very best to do half on my face. So this is the sober half. And it does look like I'm drunk. I promise I'm not. So we are going to take a brief pause. It's going to be 2 seconds for you. And I'm going to come back and we're going to see what happens with some sativa in the mix. Welcome back. It's been 12 minutes. It's going to be a good look. Okay, so where are my brushes? They're in front of me, but like, wow. Okay, we're gonna recreate this. Oh, I did fuck it up. It's pretty bad. Okay, so I told you guys that I was gonna talk to you about Star Wars. So I'm gonna talk about Star Wars. If you have a topic that you would like me to discuss for next time, please leave a comment down below because I would love to hear it. I think that it will probably help me a little bit to stay on topic and get control of the ADHD. If you give me shit that I should be talking about, I think that'll help. So today's topic, so my husband is a big nerd, right? So he loves Star Wars, and I like Star Wars. Like, I'll watch it by myself without him telling me to. Fuck, I did it again. I did the wrong thing. Okay. So anyway, so I wouldn't consider myself like the world's biggest fan of Star Wars, but like, I know Star Wars, right? So anyway, we decided that we were gonna watch Star Wars while we were high. And I have to say that most things are better when you're high. Last week, we tried to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show high. Highly recommend. My husband hated it. I personally fucking loved it. I fell asleep, but that's only because I hadn't slept in forever. Like I said, I've been working 2 jobs, and it's been a lot. So anyway, so we're watching Star Wars, and we're like, yeah, cool. And then I realized, like, in episode 1, okay, episode 1 is about Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker's childhood, right? And how, you know, he was a slave, and, you know, he wanted to be a great pod racer, and a lot of his personality, though, is that he's really fucking full of himself, like, especially for a slave, though. Like, how can this even be right? Like, he's a fucking slave, okay? Slaves go through a lot of shit. Like, you know, the slaves of America and Canada, like, went through some horrible shit, and they've got all these fucking issues that they're trying to grapple with. And Anakin is over here being a slave, like, hey yo, look how smart I am. Also, I'm a great pod racer. Like, I feel like he's minimizing slavery, really. I mean, like, think about that, right? Just think about that. There's no fucking slaves walking around wanting to be the best. Like, slaves were just trying to get to the end of the day alive, you know? Like, I think he's really minimizing the struggles that slaves went through, and I think that's kind of terrible, and I've just thought of that now. Anyway, so, okay, let's try not to fuck this shit up. I got it in my eyelashes, so that's a good sign. Okay, well, it's better. Anyway, so Anakin is over here minimizing slavery and being a dickhead, and, you know, just negating an entire population, but whatevs. And so his deal is that he's like, he thinks he's so great. He thinks he's fucking amazing, which again, like, what? He's got to be like a sociopath for him to be, no, sorry, not a sociopath, a psychopath, because sociopath is the one that's from your upbringing, and psychopath is the one that you're born with, I'm pretty sure. Maybe you're born with it. Maybe it's psychopathy. What am I even talking about? But really, wow, wouldn't that be, that's like the guy that wanted to wear people's skin. Maybe he was born, it's bad. Anyway, so I'm gonna stop making bad jokes about like true crime, because that's disgusting, and get back to Star Wars. So the thing with Star Wars is that, yeah, he's got to be some kind of psychopath, because he's born into slavery. He has this fucking rough-ass childhood, okay? And then he's, like, talking about how bomb he is and how he's, like, the best thing since sliced bread and, like, the smartest fucking kid that ever lived and blah, 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 blah. And, like, that's That's weird. That's really weird of him. What a fucking weird kid, you know? I bet that whole neighborhood was like, oh, there's that weird fucking kid Anakin out here bragging again. It's weird. It's weird for slavery. Anyway, so Anakin is out here. This one's turning out better again. Look at it. I think it's turning out better. God, I'm getting old. My lids are getting wrinkly now that I'm 35. It was my birthday this week. Happy birthday. Here, let's work 65 hours. Sounds fan-fucking-tastic. Anyway, so Anakin's over here, and he meets Padme. Now, I know Padme's supposed to be, like, really young, like 14 or something. But even if, let's say she was 16, okay? She's 16. Anakin's over here, like, being 8 years old, right? So, like, she's hit puberty. She's menstruating, man. She is, like, all good in the hood. She could become a mother, you know? And she's over here flirting with an 8-year-old and appeasing him when he says he's a good pod racer. What the fuck? This is like pedophilia. Like a pedophilia field day is what that is. It's fucked. I don't understand. It's so gross, right? It's like, it's so fucking gross. This is looking good. I really like it, actually. So anyway, so the sick fucking pedophile is running the government somehow. Like, what? And so she's got a hard on for Anakin, okay? And then she doesn't see him for like, he's 18 now, so like 10 years, okay? So he's freshly 18, okay? So he's boning age, okay? That's fair, whatever, right? Like, I mean, it's not as fucking disgusting. I totally forgot to put the base color on here. I'm just glittering it up. And I don't mind it. I like it. Here is the sober eye so far. Here's the high eye. So far, I like the high eye better. But let's see how much I fuck up the liner, right? Because that's where it really comes down to. So, anyway, so she's all like, he says, hey, I've been thinking about you since last time I saw you, which was when I was 8. And this fucking bitch, is like, me too, Annie. What? Like, what the actual fuck? Like, as a parent, okay, if my kid was like babysat, I have a 7-year-old, say he's like babysat by like a 16-year-old, and then he's like joking around because he likes a 16-year-old like any fucking 8-year-old does, and then 10 years from now, my child goes and sees that girl, and now he's an adult, and he says, I've been thinking about you since last time I saw you when I was a small child, and she says, me too. What the fuck kind of pedophilia is this shit? Like, it's fucked, you guys. It's so fucked, okay? So, like, I want to like Padme, I do, especially because she's Natalie Portman, who's like the fucking bomb, and I want to be her BFF, right? But like, she's been thinking about an 8-year-old for 10 years. You guys, I cannot. I can't. It's so gross. So anyway, so realizations I had in movie 1 to movie 2. So then moving along, oh, this eye looks so good. I'm gonna fuck it up. I know I am. Like, it's a thing of beauty, and I'm just gonna totally fuck it up. I know it. Anyway, so Padme over here has been thinking about the small child for 10 years. Okay, so then this bitch is flirting with him, and he's flirting with her. This turned out much better, by the way. Not great, but so then she's flirting with him, and then they have like a make-out sesh. This is way better, you guys. It's not perfect, but I'll take it. So anyway, they have like this make-out sesh, but like, and he's still bragging to her. He's still like, look at me. Look how good I am. Look, Padme, I know how to swing my lightsaber. Here, let me guard you in your bedroom at night while snakes try to attack you. That's him attacking her with his snake. And let's fucking, I'm gonna show you my lightsaber skills because I'm the best and fastest in the whole fucking galaxy. And I just think, like, what the fuck? He's still such a child, you know? Like 18-year-olds, if you're a girlfriend, so it's been 10 years, so you're like 24 to 26, and you're trying to bake an 18-year-old? Like, I mean, whatever, right? Like, I mean, sure, I guess. Like, you know, it all depends on your maturity level and all that stuff, right? And like, there's nothing wrong with liking a younger dude, I guess. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. My husband's the same age as me, but like, I feel like if I was on the market, I wouldn't be ageist against younger dudes, but not ones that you knew when you were 8. You know, like that's fucked. Like, because then aren't you thinking about the fact, like, aren't you know when you see people that you knew in like elementary school, and when you look at them, you see them as them, but then also you see them as how they were when you knew them when they were little. So like when she's making out with him, isn't she a tiny bit in her head thinking about what he was like when he was little? And that is fucked, you guys. That is so disgusting. And this is a fucking Disney movie that we show our children. Much better, y'all. Like, so much better. Okay. Yeah, this is a fucking Disney movie. This is fucked, you guys. It's so gross. Like, think about this. I just can't. I've lost my foundation. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, just skeeves me right out. And then, I don't know. So that part skeeves me out. And then there's Jar Jar Binks. And then, I mean, there's nothing against borderlines here, you guys. But, like, he just has such borderline personality disorder traits. You know? He throws a tantrum when things don't go his way. And he can't get his shit together. And I don't blame him. Because, you know what? He had a lot of trauma growing up. I mean, he was a fucking slave. And he coped with it by pretending he was the best in the whole galaxy and nobody was better than him. But maybe deep down, like, he was really, really fucked by this, right, you guys? And so he's got that trauma, and then, like, he's got, you know, generally, I can't say the word generational trauma, but anyway, he's really fucked, you guys, and I do feel for him. But, like, it just, meanwhile, okay, so then the other really bad thing about this is that Padme, who I want to love because she's Natalie Portman, but like, you guys, we can't overlook this, okay? So Padme, oh, I love it so much. Padme, meanwhile, was raised on a different planet, okay? She got to be she's senator, that's what she is. She gets to be the senator when she's like 16 years old. So clearly she comes from a life of privilege, you guys, okay? So she's coming from this privileged life, and she's basically like, well, I mean, didn't she arrange for him to become a Jedi in the first place? Because something tells me she did, but I can't remember, and now I'm gonna have to watch this again this week. But I feel like she came from a place of privilege, and she hooked him up with the trainer. So then the thing is, like, what's the word for that? Like, isn't she grooming him? Like, is that not a thing we could say? Is that she's totally grooming him? Because, guys, he was just this poor slave kid who dreamt of being something more. And was he creepy? Absolutely, yes. He was super fucking creepy. But, I mean, this bitch who came from a privileged background and who had a fucking magical life, and she came along and she made this child be a Jedi, right? Okay. She made him be a Jedi. And then she yeah, then she comes at him and like is a huge pedo. And then in the end, like, isn't she kind of his demise too? Like, he has his fucking temper tantrum when he burns in the fire. And to be totally honest, I've just forgotten the rest of that movie other than that portion. So I don't remember how he ends up in that fire. But like, his tantrum is so whatever. He needs some DBT, you guys. Like, I feel like he doesn't need to burn to death. He doesn't need whatever. He needs DBT, okay? Because he's not coping well with life, and he really needs to learn some coping skills. Because she's just taking advantage of him. It's really sad. So for anyone who thinks it's a love story, I hate to burst your bubble, but it's not. Because she is... And, like, I mean, good for Natalie Portman. Good for Natalie Portman for playing the real bad guy. You know, everybody thinks Vader's the real bad guy, but if we could have just got him in therapy, I mean, maybe he would have been okay. But he fell prey to this bitch that was taking advantage of him. And it's really kind of sad, you know? Anyway, so here is our sober eye. It's okay. I don't mind it. And here is our stoned eye. And I'm not going to lie, I like it better. Even though I forgot the white powder. The white shadow. So, here we go. Other side. I think that for the third week in a row, I hate to tell you this, but I think the stoned eye is better. I think I'm a way better artist when I'm stoned, you guys. Like, just, oh, it's a thing of beauty. I love it. So this has been really fun, you guys. I would give this look like 8 buds out of 10 at least. I actually really like it. I think it's super pretty. I mean, maybe tomorrow I'll watch this and be like, the fuck? But I think we're good. So anyway, tell me what you thought of this look. Tell me what you thought of my topic. If you have any looks that you would love me to do in the future, please let me know. Drop them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and give me a topic for next week too, okay? All right,